Deb here, your spiritual cheerleader and mentor. Today I have a special guest. I have my good friend Syreeta with me. And Syreeta I want to start out first by thanking Syreeta because she's the one that really got me into doing videos. Her and my son have been encouraging me to do this, and God has been really pushing me. So, Syreeta, I want to take this opportunity to do it in public and thank you for introducing me to this new world and of video.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're in the world now of technology.
Yeah, right. And I'll tell you guys that Syreeta, the first time she talked to me about blog, and I'm like, blogging, and she's like, no, blogging with V as in Victor, and I had to go and look it up in the internet to find out what blogging was. So that's to show you it's always good to have young friends because they keep you up to date and up to date with technology. So again, thank you for that. So, Syreeta, so the last time you and I saw each other in person was March. I have my calendar right here, my 2020 calendar, was March 7th, 2020, at 8:30 in the morning. We had breakfast at IHOP.
Yes.
And just to let you guys know, Syreeta and I, we will meet every so often and have breakfast at IHOP and just chit chat for 1, 2, and sometimes 3 hours.
Good conversation though.
Yes, yes, yes. And if I recall correctly, we wanted to get in that breakfast because we didn't know what was. We were hearing rumors about COVID pandemic, and we wanted to get that in.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we really didn't know that things were going to shut down as rapidly as they were, because I think leading up to that meeting, there was talk about some of the cases, and I know some people were scurrying to remember to get the mask.
Right.
And then we were talking about that Saturday, and it just kind of happened to be a thing where even though I think you may have had something to do, I had something to do, but we were like, no, we need to meet.
Yes.
And lo and behold, that ended up being the last Saturday before they shut down everything that following week.
Yes, yes, and I'm so thankful to God that at least we did get that one in.
Yes.
But we still have stayed in touch
Mhm.
over the phone and encouraging each other
Yes.
and during this tough time for everybody. So, how
Mhm.
did you do during the pandemic?
I did all right overall, but it was rough. I think that staying in contact with you and other family members and friends really helped me get through that period of isolation, because it was just myself within these four walls, not able to go out, not able to have like that physical contact. So, just a lot of prayer, and staying again in communication with people really helped me get through that period, and still getting through because things are still not fully open. So
Yes, we're still not there yet. And
no.
definitely for people that are single and live by themselves, it really was a little harder because, again, isolated in your home. Even though you were in touch with family and friends, it's still not the same. You weren't able to go out and so forth. But you had to find other things to keep you
Yes.
entertained. So, are there any things that you did while you were in that situation to help
I
you out,
did. I'm sorry.
through that difficult time?
Yeah, and I also want to say that I'm an extreme introvert. So the first month or two, I was good to go. But but after that, I need to introduce some other things to keep me sane.
Right, right,
So
right. That's the key word, sane.
sane. So I read books. Of course, I watched everything on Netflix. And I did a lot of prayer, a lot of self-reflection.
Mhm.
Growing, I feel my relationship with Christ through all of this, because I had the of an in and of itself was relationship with Christ, was just
During the pandemic, again, as I've said before, even though it was a tough time for many people, a lot of
Mhm.
bad things happened. We lost a lot of loved ones, good people during that time. But there were some good things that happened. And one of the good things that happened was that some people did get closer to God. They
Yes.
did get closer to Jesus. They strengthened their relationship with them. And
Mhm.
they also had a time to self-reflect because you can't go anywhere. You're with yourself. So guess what? You got to get to know yourself.
You do.
And you do your self-examination. And I think people got to know who they are, got
Mhm.
to find a purpose. Many people even explore different things and they found out things about themselves that they didn't know. So,
Yes. Yes. And
so
then also I heard this quote, and it still rings true. Everybody during quarantine, everybody was trapped within four walls, and they had to face all the decisions that they made up until that point, with themselves, with their purchases. And how could you not, you know, be in isolation if you're by yourself, or even if you're your spouse and everything, and not use that time to come towards Christ? Because everything to me and what I was going through was speaking to me, and all of it was him speaking to me about, you need to clean that room, you need to do that activity in order to keep your mind focused on me,
right.
or focused on, reality. So, I just want to, mention that as well too.
Yes, yes, that is so true. That is so true. And again, God can use anything
Mm-hmm.
and turn it into good, even bad things. And this bad situation, God made it good in different ways for different
Yes.
people.
Yes.
And we definitely have to be thankful to God because He was still with us and He
Yes.
was guiding us and He was still giving us the energy and the strength to keep going.
Yes.
And even in isolation, even though it may have affected different people in different ways, if you had a relationship with God,
Yes.
you know that God was the one keeping you sane
Yes.
and keeping things together for you in every respect. So yeah, so I'm happy that your relationship with God got stronger with Jesus.
Mhm.
You
Yes.
got to know yourself even better
Yes.
and know how a beautiful person you are. I know how beautiful you are inside and out. So now you know too.
Yes. Yes.
So anything else you'd like to share with our friends that are watching in terms of just some words of encouragement?
Yeah, I think when everything finally opens up, everybody who really, took the time to do that self-examination and really open up their hearts to Christ, I really do believe we're going to be on, a better side. We're going to definitely, come out of this more enlightened, more, in tune with everything that's going on. And it's just going to be even better of a life than it was before we went in. It was almost our transition experience. So, just be excited about that.
Yes, yes. And I just want to say that again, in my book, I do talk about that too, about self-reflection, self-examination, and a series of things. And again, you touch on these things by self-reflecting and self-examining. You get to love yourself,
Yes.
know yourself, accept
Yes.
yourself, and care for yourself. And
And learn how to cook.
that too, that that too, definitely. So that is in here in my book, Women. And another thing I wanted to mention to folks is that it is good to have friends. And I also mentioned that in my book. I have friends of different ages. When I was in my 20s, I had friends that were older than me, 20, 25 years older than me or whatever, because my sisters are much older than I am. And even though I could talk to my mom and I could talk to my older sisters, there were just some things that I was not comfortable sharing with them. So I'm just saying. And having an older person, an older girlfriend that I could just talk to, that knowing that this person really cared for me, loved me, and was not going to be judgmental, made a big difference in my life. And now that I'm 59, I have younger friends like you and even younger than you. And that really helps me keep up with what's going on in the world, technology, keep me
Mhm.
youthful and up to date. And
Yeah.
so I'm encouraging everybody to just have friends of different ages, especially women, because you always need somebody to talk to.
You do, you do, you do. And so does that younger person. So don't be afraid. Just like you, Miss Debbie, you know, you have a whole spectrum, older and younger. So people who are kind of like in the middle and older, don't be afraid to talk to the younger generation because they, if anything, they need that guidance and that inspiration and mentorship too.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Okay. So, friends, Syreeta is also going to be a regular. We'll be checking in with her. And friends, please remember to go to Greater is Jesus in Me YouTube channel and subscribe now. And make sure you click on that little bell so that you can get the notifications of all the new videos. Be
Yes.
blessed, and until next time.